Sometimes the funniest of people have the darkest souls. This is the top 5 most evil comedians. Number 5. Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer is a comedian from the Deep South, who gained his fame from constantly drinking and being so fat that he couldn't find shirts his size, therefore always appearing topless. Well, one time Bert had a few too many shots of cleaning products. He ended up saying extremely controversial things in front of a crowd.
I'm going to say my genuine thought. Yeah, I watched the videos of the way that Native Americans got casinos, and I start getting like fantasies of beating up minorities. So in my head, I'm going like, I'll just fucking, like, if they're protesting at my daughter's school, I just fucking go and I just start murdering liberals.
Bert's career took a major hit from his embarrassing remarks. Today, he works as a dance instructor in Leith, North Dakota. Number 4. Bernd Kreisler. Bernd Kreisler, the famous prop comic who got his start doing opening acts for Cross Burnings, hit controversy in 2011 when TMZ got a recording of a phone call the disgraced comedian made to his daughter.
You guys don't know anything. None of you are on your phones. You don't research anything. No one's listening to podcasts. Everyone can go fuck themselves. I'm the king. I get the big dick. Who am I fucking?
Kreisler lost custody of both his children and was later arrested for molesting a bear. Number 3. Blunt Crikey. Blunt Crikey made his debut on The Conan Show, performing to a totally silent crowd. Blunt was known for bombing on stage, but tragedy struck when Kreisler decided to start bombing for real. In November 2015, Blunt Crikey took to the stage with a bomb strapped to his chest. 34 people died that night, including comedian Chris D'Elia, who was sleeping in the green room, as he was homeless at the time. Number 2. Blob Cannoli. You may know Blob Cannoli as the voice behind these Panda Express commercials.
I got $260 worth of Chinese food last night. Chinese food! Come on! Yeah!
Well, in 2019, Blob Cannoli came home to find his wife cheating on him with a waiter. Cannoli snapped, killing both his wife and her lover. What ensued was a day-long police chase after Blob Cannoli fled the scene in his white Ford Bronco. Eventually he was caught and given a life sentence. Cannoli eventually died in prison, being stabbed by this man, Joe Rogan. Number 1. Tony Sugarman. Tony Sugarman, more known as the Podcast Strangler, is a former comedian and convicted serial killer. Leaving subtle hints in his comedy, police were eventually able to connect Sugarman to more than 57 murders. Tony's thirst for blood first started when he accidentally reversed his car into a man while on vacation in Taiwan. After hearing the man scream in agony, Tony found that it brought him joy rather than horror and would continue to try and relive that same moment. A true psychopath.